Hey guys, it's me Sujoy over here. I'm back with another video. I just came back from my 2 weeks India trip. It was kind of very interesting, and I'm right now back in Vietnam. I'm with the new 90-day, e-visa. So I got my visa done from a travel from an agent, and I would like to personally thank him for doing my visa work. I got it just in 4 business working days. So now that I'm here back here in Vietnam, I just want to let you know that I haven't vanished. I'm not quitting up on YouTube. It's just that I have been a bit sick lately because of the change in environment, weather. So to cut things short, I'm back right now in Vietnam, and I'm going to be coming up with more informative YouTube videos. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about how to start business in Vietnam for Indians. Okay, so when I was back in India, when I was in Mumbai, I met a couple of Indian entrepreneurs, and they were like very keen to know how to set up business in Vietnam because they run their own small businesses. So they were like asking me about that. So firstly, I just want to let you know that if you're an Indian entrepreneur, why you should be setting up your business in Vietnam is that the cost of living here in Vietnam is very low, and you don't have to provide a lot of paperwork for setting up your business over here in Vietnam. If you're going to set up your business in Europe and all that, you have to provide a lot of paperwork, a lot of money, and all that. But if you want to set up your business here in Vietnam, it's a bit straightforward. I believe you have to hire a lawyer, um, a consultant to help you set up your business, and I'm also going to recommend you that below the description, for this video description. So let's just talk about why Vietnam first. Okay, firstly, the cost of living is comparatively low compared to other Southeast Asian countries like Thailand. Um, of course, Cambodia is also a very big opportunistic market now, but it's a bit difficult to penetrate. So Vietnam is definitely a bit more easier. It's a more India friendly country. The economy of Vietnam definitely is one of the fastest growing economies in Southeast Asia. So, Vietnam definitely is one of the top exporters of textiles globally. So, like if you go to the major malls in India, if you go to Adidas or Nike shoe store, you'll see most of the sports shoes, they're all made for in Vietnam. So definitely there's a lot of textile and of course ease of doing business. So, and of course, a lot of manufacturing. I also know the fact that there are a lot of, now that the Chinese economy is not doing well and it's in a big slump, I also know the fact that, the manufacturing cost, the labor cost back in China is very high. So a lot of these Chinese business owners, they're actually shifting their operations to Vietnam. They're setting up companies here in Saigon, and they're also setting up manufacturing plants over here in Vietnam. So India should definitely take this opportunity, especially for aspiring Indian entrepreneurs, or if you have a small business operation, so definitely you should eye into Vietnam. I know that like Indian entrepreneurs, they have their operations back in certain in Dubai and other GCC countries, and but why not Vietnam? Vietnam is a very big opportunistic market. So yeah, so and also one of the benefits of setting up a business over here in Vietnam is that you get a 5-year investor visa, um, and it's just you can come here multiple times. It's just the ease of doing business, and of course there's a huge potential for Indian entrepreneurs to do business over here in Vietnam. So and I remember pre-COVID, I was trying to help one of my clients. He's from India, and I want to describe what is his nature of business, but this is how I actually went about it. And right now he set up a successful company in Hanoi. So my strategy, is that if I'm a business owner, if I'm an Indian entrepreneur and I want to set up a business in Vietnam, is that I would initially study the market a bit for a month or two, and then I would like to come to Vietnam on a tourist visa. So you can avail the 3 months 90-day visa, or you can just come on a 30 days tourist visa. Especially, I would say if you're coming to Vietnam, the first either you should come to Ho Chi Minh City because that's the business district over here in Vietnam. Hanoi is more of a cultural capital, but I do also know that there are a lot of Indians over there in Hanoi. The Indian community in Hanoi is actually more compared to in Ho Chi Minh City, which is also known as Saigon. So you can come to you can come to either one of these cities. Since I've been living here for 5 years in Ho Chi Minh City, I would recommend that you come over here. Check out the market. The beauty about coming to Vietnam is that most of the shops over here, they're all close knit. So they're all next to each other. It's not like back in the States where you have to drive a car from one store to another store, and they're all sparsed out. So here, like most of the shops, they're all closely knit together. There are a lot of electronic shops over here. There are a lot of textile shops. There are a lot of so of course electronics, textile, manufacturing, a lot of warehouses over here. Especially, I'm staying here at the countryside, which is at Long An. Long An. So there are a lot of Taiwanese manufacturing plants out here. So yeah, I mean, so you can study the market. Just get a business note. Talk to the suppliers over here. It's just straightforward. I mean, you don't have to do a lot of research. Of course, also in terms of agricultural products, like fertilizers and all those things. So, set up an appointment, just go up and meet up with these entrepreneurs and just check out, Vietnamese entrepreneurs or shop owners, and just, ask them questions like, what is really doing well over here in Vietnam, what's really here in demand. So that's like one-on-one doing market research, when you come over here on a tourist visa, but you're actually researching the market. So what I did for that client was that before he actually came to Vietnam on a tourist visa, I had set up an appointment with so I got my laptop over here with the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce. I believe that's VCCI, and I even had set up an appointment with um, with uh, with INCHAM, which is the Indian Chamber of Commerce. Okay, and of course, it would be also a good idea to set up an appointment with the Indian consulate here, Indian Embassy, or Indian consulate over here in Vietnam, if it is Ho Chi Minh or in Hanoi. So basically, you set up an appointment. I went to VCCI. I met this lady, Vietnamese lady. She gave me some leads. I asked her some questions. I said, look, my client, wants to set up a business over here, import export business. So she gave me some leads and all those kind of things. But the reason why I feel VCCI is very powerful is that it's a gateway, it's an opening gateway for you to build your presence here in Vietnam. And of course, they also organize a lot of business events where you can network with other manufacturers and suppliers. So yeah, the first thing which would come in my mind would be VCCI setting up an appointment with the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce. I'll keep a link down in the description below for you. And also, you should go to INCHAM, which is the Indian Chamber of Commerce. Um, So you can go and talk with the representative over there. I believe when I went there, they had actually offered a booklet, a guidebook with a lot of database, contact directories, and all those things. And if you can also enlist yourself in that database, in that guide, so that other businesses can network with you. But that's kind of, you can set up an appointment with Incham, because I really don't know what is the functioning right now with Incham, but they do help a lot of Indian businesses set up their operations here in Vietnam, and of course VCCI. And of course, if you get to have an appointment with the Indian consulate, you can talk with the representative over there. They can guide you exactly how to go about this. But like I said, if you want to do one-on-one market research, come to either come to Ho Chi Minh or go to Hanoi, walk around the local markets, see what's actually trending. Have a visualization of what is really there in the market. So that's the way I would definitely go about it. Of course, you can do 1 month of market research back home, and then come to Vietnam on a 1 month tourist visa, or if you want to study the market a bit more, come on a 3 months, 90-day tourist visa. Understand the market well, the mentality, like what will really run well, and so this is great for people who want to do import and export. So like I said, Vietnam is predominantly an export country, but if you are looking for exporting things from Vietnam, then definitely it's a much easier route for you. But if you're looking for importing things in Vietnam, then definitely you have to study the market a bit more. And if you want to set up a business over here in Vietnam, like I said, you get that 5-year investor visa, and you have to, of course, show some capital and all that. So I'm going to keep, the contact for this company, which helps foreign investors set up business here in Vietnam. I believe they're called as Young Global. So I found them to be very informative. Okay, so just to wrap up this video is that um, if you are an Indian entrepreneur, if you're a small business owner, or if you're planning to set up a business here in Vietnam, I can definitely help you out, because since I've been living here for 5 years now, so I can definitely help you out. You can reach out to me. I'm going to keep my business email down in the description below, so we can correspond there, and I can help you set up your business. So I can be like a middleman, trying to help out your business, securing some meetings. Um, and also, if you're looking for business opportunities in Vietnam, I'm going to be keeping a link of one of my previous videos, which you can check out as to what kind of business opportunities are out here in Vietnam. And finally, if you're traveling in Southeast Asia and you want to start a successful automated online business, purely online, then I'm going to keep a link down in the description below. It's a free webinar access invite for you to join this webinar workshop, and you will get to know the business completely. Okay, so yeah, I haven't left YouTube. I'm not quitting YouTube. I haven't disappeared. It's just that I was back home. I was relaxing a lot, and I'm just back in Vietnam, and I'm recovering a bit from my cold. But it's good to be back. All right. So with that being said, you guys have a great weekend. Peace out.